Hello and welcome back to Stalker 2. We are here in the slag heap, and our goal currently is to go down to the sawmill. Looks like we're okay to do that equipment-wise, so we will.
Wasn't there something we wanted to do?
What's going on? Are you taking over the slag heap?
The ward asks the questions around here. The rest of you just smile and nod, or keep your mouths shut. About face, Stalker.
So, something I've always felt like Stalker does really well, and it continues to do it well here, is that, it presents a bunch of different factions and their motives and their actions. At this point in time, it seems like the Ward are kind of archetypical authoritarian villains, and we've kind of connected with this other group that seems a little bit more aligned with the good-hearted rebels kind of archetype, right? But the reality of Stalker and the zone and its history is that those lines between inherently good organization and inherently bad organization aren't that thin, or very thin sometimes, because, like, it could be that the way that something's being presented is intentional. There's a manipulation taking place, or other people don't know they are being manipulated themselves. That's actually a reoccurring kind of theme across Stalker. People or groups taking actions with motives that they believe to be theirs, but may or blatantly aren't. May be or blatantly aren't, if I'm editing that sentence to be more correct. So it's definitely a unique type of situation, because you look at, like, I love, it's kind of sacrilege to compare the two too much, in my opinion, but I really love Fallout 4. I think it's a good game. I like all the other Fallout games too, 1 and 2, and maybe Tactics. But besides the point, 4 has kind of an issue where I think a lot of people have made up their choices about the factions, and the popular culture is, this group is very good, this group is ultimately very evil. There's very little, I would argue, genuine distinctions being made. Y'all friends? Cool. You a friend? Cool. There's some headcanon arguments that could be made, but a lot of groups are just, like, incredibly good, and some are, varying shades of more flat out evil. Whereas you have, like, the folks here in Stalker. Ooh, what's happening here? Those are probably military guys. I can just let them run by, technically. I don't have to engage. Sometimes that's the best way. Just let them go. Their life is hard enough being here. Curious, what'd they find? Okay, those things won't take long. Anyway, so right now, it does seem to be that the Ward is inherently kind of, the position is the authoritarian evil group. Spark is a little bit more of a maybe understandable or sympathetic group of rebels. And everything in between, you know, who knows how to make entire sense out of all of that. We haven't really, and you know what? This is something I think that's going to happen more probably in the expansions. But the you know, like factions from the other game, as somebody who really likes Stalker, and I would argue I'm a duty guy. You know, that's historically when I played the game, that was my faction. I was aligned with duty. I'd like to work with them because I like the idea of the, you know, the hunters and kind of in my head the paladins. In essence, you know, the people who are going in there for a good cause, trying to make it safe, trying to make it survivable, inherently fighting the challenges that encounter them. I don't know. There's something about duty or my interpretation of duty that I always liked. You know, freedom, I understand freedomers, and like the impulse is there. I get it. But I also kind of think it's you know, like in my opinion, while I agree freedom did step up to like fight, they obviously were well equipped enough to fight a war. And at this point in time, you know, kind of seem to annex some stuff from duty following a war that would have spilled out of what would it be called Pripyat. Regardless, freedom, in my opinion, coasts a little bit on the security work that all of the other factions are doing.
Got a loner here. Scar, I've been expecting him. Let him in.
Well, here we are. Although, you know what? I'm just going to check something really quickly. Do a quick cut here. And we are back. Let's go and talk to this guy. Now, again, you can see by this guy, he seems a little bit nondescript, right? This is a little bit of a loner. He has no patches or anything like that. This guy straight up flared as Spark, right? So we can gather from this that this faction is actively recruiting or has lost some members, eh?
A good man is always on time for lunch.
Who said I'm a good man?
Richter, and the guys from the detention center. And me, Scar. Don't worry, this time you won't have to lift anything heavier than a bottle.
What happened at the factory?
They say, you've got to use whatever's close at hand. And there are plenty of things close at hand in the zone. If you know where to look. Like a scanner.
I'm gonna check the surroundings.
I was told it was invented at the Institute.
Who told you that? Darlin? Nah, kiddo. All their gadgets are just revamped Project X designs. They were found in the old labs.
Project what?
The zone harbors many secrets scattered among the old bones. There were scientists here way before the Institute, even before the zone itself came into being.
Ah, so they're the ones that left us the goodies that we give to the ward. Take a seat.
You, don't like the ward?
The ward have no desire to conquer the zone. They want to extend the Institute up to its borders.
They want to turn the zone into a testing ground to meet mankind's insatiable needs. Darlin says it's all for the greater good of the mainland, but what does that really mean? It's perfect as is. People come to the zone to witness miracles.
One of your miracles wrecked my home.
Uh-huh. Things just got interesting. So you've seen an anomaly outside the zone.
That's why I'm here. Someone's gotta pay.
Oh, shit's gonna go down at the Institute. Ha. I've heard the rumors, but never firsthand. And I've got a funny feeling there's more trouble to come.
As long as Circa keeps going, none of this is gonna end well. For any of us.
What do you want to achieve?
Zombie!
Relax. This is the dark side of the zone. But there's another, the shining side. It's here all around us, but we cannot see it. I wonder what's out there. Eternal spring? The Klondike of artifacts? A new home? Or our hearts, desires? But most importantly, no ward. We want the shining zone to reveal itself. For now, as far as we're concerned... Oh, shit. You're just a good guy. That's all I'm going to say. Or rather, I think that's all you are ready to hear. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Would you like some toast? I get it. You're angry. That's why you're not hungry. And couldn't care less about the troubles of others.
So, in this playthrough, I am aligning with S.T.A.L.K.E.R. S.T.A.L.K.E.R is a former protagonist of the S.T.A.L.K.E.R series, and honestly, anyone who's played the S.T.A.L.K.E.R games, even if this is your first time through S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, S.T.A.L.K.E.R is acting weird. S.T.A.L.K.E.R is not acting like the type of person that you kind of remember him being. This is like if you had a super strict, like, military uncle, and then you don't see him for a few years, and then he comes back, and he's, like, grown out his hair, he's smoking pot out the back door, he's, like, talking to you about some crazy stuff. You're like, I know you've been through some things, but this feels like a departure. That being said, we are going to align with S.T.A.L.K.E.R because I need the achievement for doing his ending. So we'll show him the unusual PDA. Even though some weird behavior, right? A little bit prophetic in his view of himself, even if it's subtle.
Can I help?
The Circa facility stands on top of an old lab. It used to be locked shut, but the warders managed to break it open. That's when the troubles on the mainland began.
We need to figure out what they're up to there. But the PDAs taken from the dead wardens are pretty useless.
I can get inside once I have my scanner back. I've already found something.
Really? What is it?
An early model. Looks like monolith tech. Where'd you get it?
One of my attackers had it on him.
Sounds like Strider is in trouble. You must head over to Wild Island. Normally they don't let loners in, but we'll figure something out. All right. You're looking for Strider, the leader of Noontide. They've used PDAs like this one in the past. They're not exactly welcoming to outsiders, and for a reason. But I've got an idea. I've got a guy inside Noontide. His brothers were supposed to deliver an important shipment to their Wild Island base, but they've gone missing. He'll send you the coordinates to the spot where they made contact last time. Find that cargo, and it'll be your ticket in. Sure, Noontide isn't going anywhere, but you'd better hurry, just in case.
You mentioned the Shining Zone. Do you really think it exists?
Belief is a complicated thing, and I'm a simple man. I don't believe it. I know it. I heard about it from a man who's been walking the zone for longer than any of us. He's seen the shining zone with his very own eyes. I'm talking about S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
For the purposes of this playthrough, we'll ask who. But obviously, if you played the game, you know S.T.A.L.K.E.R is the protagonist of Shadow of Chernobyl, the Marked One of the first people who ever made it to the, the heart, the center of the zone, and has been rumored to kill the physical form of entities or scientists who ascended to become sea consciousness.
Who's that?
He's the legend of the zone. S.T.A.L.K.E.R went to the center of the zone, and that's where he saw it. The other zone. The real one. Unfortunately, he doesn't want to share any details about it. But we're not picky. When you don't have a map, directions will do.
What can you tell me about Noontide?
What I can tell you, I won't. And what I want to tell you, I can't. Richter's probably the only one that knows what kind of people they really are. But as far as I'm concerned, we've got a lot in common. What is Noontide, after all? The sun shines brightly at noon, but we've still got plenty of work to do.
Well, if I said I understood everything, I'd be lying.
Honesty is good, but paying attention is even better. Everything that's happening now, and everything that happened to you before, is the work of Circa. The scanner. Your home. And that's just the beginning. Using Project X's tech is always a bad idea. Even if Dalin improves it. Especially if he does.
Why did the zombies just walk right past you?
Maybe we're the zombies. Always restless. Always longing for something. Our bellies never full. Ha! I'll teach you that trick if we end up hitting it off. I'm not saying goodbye.
Okay, guy. What's going on over here? And that guy's friendly. Huh. Well, that was Scar. Oh, hey. A meat chunk. Alright, why not? This guy, okay. I thought that guy's name was Potato, but kind of funny. Alright, well. Now we have a goal. We are going to go and reach out to the Noontiders. So, you can kind of see the route that we have to take here. We're going to go down where we are now, keep on going, meet at this point, get across this kind of like sketchy little bit with this building floating in the middle of a river, or, having flooded out. And then we'll cross over and get to the Noontiders base. Now, typically, this is not actually the way that I go a lot of the time. If I ever come back here, go to this area or something like that, you'll actually come up from this south road, kind of pass over here, and then cross these. This is good because it gives you a lot of access to a lot of different areas. You can go right and kind of get over to the swamps. You can go south and get down to like Rookie Village and stuff like that. So, you know, the cordon, but that's okay. We are going to Wild Island to rendezvous with the Noontiders. Now everyone's being kind of coy. Oh shit. About what they are. Okay. The Noontiders, I don't know if it was meant to be more of a surprise to people who like been playing the games for a while. Because like they put it in the marketing and stuff, right? So but if you're new to the game, the impact of who they are may not be... Oh, that's a dangerous place for a shotgun. So, so great until, you know, later experiences. But if you've played other games, you're aware of the Monolith, who are arguably, probably, the most powerful enemy faction. But they basically should be done with at this point in time. The Monolith, when they were active, were kind of a hive mind controlled by the forces of the zone itself. And because of that, there was a lot of danger just because of their presence in the zone. Like, I have memories of playing early Stalker games, coming across a spot where I thought or had seen allies in the past, and instead I realized that Monolith have killed those people and moved in. Why is this pig marked as friendly? That feels inaccurate. I'm just gonna drop a quick save here. Now, don't get me wrong. If I could have like animal friendship or something and kind of like bond, okay, with the boars, I maybe I would, right? But like, I don't think they can be your friends. I imagine that was just them like being staged by the game and hanging out until I moved up. Yeah, to investigate these guys. But because of snipers, I was like, no, thank you. Now, this is a Cora 1911. It's amazing. I'm actually really enjoying it in my other playthrough right now. So I'm going to take it even though it's broken because I might just repair it independently. I've actually been trying basically every gun in the game with a few exceptions that just like are too ugly. I'm very picky with some stuff like that. Oh, okay. And, you know, I like the Kalashnikov style weapons, like this AK-47 or whatever it's called. I like all those. Those look good. I don't know. Some of the bullpup guns in this game are like, they're just not for me. They might be operationally amazing, and I'm just kind of like, they look weird. There's like one that's like the Grom or something, and it might be an amazing gun, but it looks dumb, and I don't like it. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. Shows you how used to this crap I kind of am. I'm just kind of like, oh, well, okay. Time to pull out the shotgun. The water kind of makes it easier. The shotgun's not very fast, though. So that's my big issue in trying to get this guy. Okay, cool. Yeah, shotguns are really effective against those types of things. Even if just because you emotionally feel better with a shotgun in your hands when dealing with that type of thing. I think that's just true to say. Okay, so we got a mask over here. Some ammo to break. I highly recommend don't double smack ammo boxes, because if they have a grenade in there and you smack the grenade, you will set it off. And while it is hilarious, yeah, still don't recommend. Okay, so we're gonna go up here. I can't really, like, there's a part of me that doesn't really recall if there's anything valuable up here, but we're gonna check anyways out of abundance of caution. Cool. Yeah, there's some ammo and stuff. We can quick save real quick. Like, drop off this. See if there's anything around here. No, there is not. Okay, and then we'll jump off and aim for that. Beautiful. Those are gravity anomalies that will break your fall from incredible height. Feel safe to jump to them. Oh, yeah. Okay. So lots of caution here. I think there are like traps, so it's good to watch out. Did they get a controller? Wow. No, that's a good little grenade trap on its own stick, standing right here next to something that somebody would investigate. That's brutal. But it makes sense.
You need a medic. What are you waiting for? I came back alone without the cargo.
Wild Island is off limits to stalkers.
Why don't you allow loners on the island?
Why should we? This place is ours.
What is this place anyway?
This is Noon's base. Our home. Visitors aren't welcome.
I brought some cargo. I believe it's yours.
It's not ours. It belongs to Professor Lodochka. You can enter Wild Island and give it to him.
Stone, no! He's a stalker.
He's alone, brother. He's the one who should be afraid of us.
All right. Gonna eat your sausage.
I'm just telling you to be on your... Quiet. We got a loner here.
Don't get any closer.
So this is the base of Noontide. It's important to note, as you'll discover soon, there isn't actually any trading here, really. So if you
First break I've taken today.
need to like get anything out of your inventory, I'm not too bad right now. But you can go across the way, and there's a merchant over there. So, always good to know. For now, we're going to go over to Professor Ladochka, who resides in this mobile research lab. Well, I guess it was mobile at some point. These are like installations that have been around the zone forever.
So you're the man everyone's talking about. Greetings, Stalker. I haven't seen your kind around here in a while.
I've got a package for you.
Oh, really? About time. Pleasant surprise for once.
Why the hell should I reinvent the bicycle to replace the car? None of the other methods have anywhere near the capacity I need.
I can't help but ask. Why would a loner deliver my cargo? Are you running an errand for somebody, or...?
What's so important about the cargo I brought?
Wild Island doesn't trade, doesn't wage war, doesn't steal. The question is, how do these wonderful people make a living here? They have me, and my experimental devices that convert chemicals into electricity to power the base. Their capacity is limited for now, but their potential is not. The package contains some rare parts I've been sorely lacking, and now you can understand why.
I just stumbled across it. I came to the island looking for Strider.
Everyone's looking for Strider. Everyone needs Strider's help. I wish someone would help him for a change, but that guy... You'll see what I mean. Strider's at the storage facility. We have an emergency, and he said not to let anybody in without Dubny's permission until the threat is eliminated. I guess you need to talk to Dubny then. Dubny is Strider's right-hand man, and he's mighty protective of Strider, so keep that in mind. My gut tells me you should look for him there. Good luck.
Okay. Now, anyone who is aware of the previous games, they'll know that Strider is actually from the other games. He is, in his appearance there, somebody who has fallen out of the monolith and is traveling with some other people, trying to find safe refuge and keep his brothers safe after they have, for whatever reason, lost consciousness or connection with the sea consciousness. They haven't lost consciousness. They're awake.
Hey, you! Hold on. Look, I'm sorry about what I said at the gate. I shouldn't have told Stone not to let you in. Thanks for delivering the cargo. It really means a lot to me.
Why is that package so important to you?
There were 3 of us who were supposed to deliver it. I was the only one who made it here. Strider says we're doing all of this for the sake of a better future, but I still feel like my brothers died in vain. Know what I mean? It's not just about the cargo. I just wish there was some kind of meaning to it all, you know? Not in the future, but right now.
Do you know where I can find Strider?
Right now? I don't know. I haven't gone to the base. I'm too ashamed. Ask around. Maybe some brothers will be willing to talk to you. I gotta get to the infirmary.
So yeah, Strider leading this group of Noontiders is kind of a natural evolution of his story. Although I will say it's a little bit, tiny bit of a retcon of his experiences as well. I say that only because in the game that he shows up in, which is like, I think it's Call of Pripyat, you have the option to actually have him end up recruited by duty or freedom. And it seems to be that the way that you end his story there is that he can align there. He'd also end up dead. But they've kind of done a soft retcon on his history.
That's him.
Which is fine.
I hope he ain't staying here long.
Arguably, he's one of the better characters in this game. So it was for the best if they did retcon him or update his ending a little bit. Oh, the 8th. Interesting.
This can wait. This can wait.
What do you do the second you see us? You run away.
Hide everything.
Oh, yeah.
Since you're here anyway, you got any anti-rad? I need a lot of it, and I need it right now. I'll trade you for it. The only thing I don't need here is an artifact. You can figure out what it does.
Sure, why not? You can take it. I don't care.
I happen to have just the right amount with me.
I hope there's nothing wrong with it. When our doctor gets back, he'll check it out. What, you're gonna keep hanging around the island? Folks here won't like that one bit.
So, you got a problem with stalkers, do you?
I've only got one problem. We're short of everything, and I have no fucking clue where to find it. But I don't go into the zone. Anytime a nooner walks out that gate, there's always some stalker who thinks that killing him is the right thing to do. Or at least, robbing him. Everybody wants revenge on Monolith, even though there's no Monolith anymore. Despite what certain people might say.
I need to talk to Strider.
He's got his hands full as it is. There was an explosion at the toxic waste storage facility. He went to deal with it. But you're not gonna just walk away, are you? No, of course not. Go talk to Dubny. He's Strider's right-hand man. You aren't getting into the storage facility until he says so.
Don't touch anything.
So if you remember, earlier in this playthrough, we unceremoniously executed someone named the 9th. The 8th. He seems to be saying to hide things.
You are ruining our meal.
Did you come here to gawk at us? Watch us eat and drink? We're monsters, right? Worse than any mutant?
Your brothers are killing mine for reasons you can't remember. Go away.
Huh? Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Whoa! Are you a stalker? Do the brothers know you're here?
They announced my arrival over the radio.
Really? Cool. Look, I've got a question. Is it true that there are no missions on the mainland?
You mean you've never been to the mainland?
Don't know. If I have, I can't remember it. We don't remember anything that happened before the monolith fell silent. So, is it true? There really aren't any emissions on the mainland?
I've never seen emissions outside the zone.
So Richter wasn't lying to me. And they say S.T.A.L.K.E.R's word can't be trusted, since they're constantly lying, even to their own kind. The emissions always make me feel kind of weird. Like I'm losing myself or something. Guess I should move to the mainland, huh? Too bad I can't leave the base.
So you're not allowed to leave Wild Island?
Nah, that's not it. Everybody here is free to leave or come back whenever they want. It's just that Strider asked me to stay here. He says it's too dangerous out there. I trust my brother.
What do you think of this place?
I like it. I've got all kinds of tools, and this machine too. Professor Lodochka got it powered up for me. I wish my brothers would stop arguing all the time, though. And I wish there weren't so many emissions. But Strider says things are gonna get better.
I need to talk to Strider. Do you know where he is?
I don't know. Sorry. When I'm busy doing something, I get really focused on it.
All right, bro. So now we'll go over here. Note to Strider. Look, I know it's on your mind and I swore not to speak of it again. This is a note, so I'm not breaking my fucking word, okay? Faust is really pushing it. He went off today about how our resistance to emissions and toxic fumes is diminished because the monolith is gone, and folks are eating it up. Some of them are starting to fall for it, Strider. I've seen it in their eyes. Even if it's not total bullshit, we gotta do something about this. So we've heard now of Faust. Interesting name.
Then stop going to his sermons every night. Get a good night's sleep for once.
As if we could catch any shut-eye here. It's ready to blow at any moment. Did you hear that loud bang earlier? Faust's right. You ought to listen to him, too.
If you want to sleep better, work harder, instead of listening to some headache-inducing gibberish.
So yeah, there's this person, Faust, and he's preaching. He's telling a message that seems to be in contrast to what the Noontiders are trying to achieve here. And now we have someone pointing a gun at someone else.
You're the only one who could have done it, Faust. Got anything to say? Don't move. You knew Strider was gonna go alone.
He was not alone. I sent Foma with him.
Don't try to mess with my head.
This is your anger talking, brother. You seek enemies amongst your own kind, and yet there is a stranger in your midst.
What the fuck? A stalker?
Strider entrusted the security of this island to you. I will not get in your way.
This ain't over, brother. We let you in, but that don't mean I approve of it. What do you want from us?
I need to talk to Strider.
Forget it. He's busy dealing with a problem at the storage facility, alone, as usual. He told me to back off. It's too dangerous to get near the anomalies, he says. But you are a stalker, right? You wander into that crap every day, detector in hand, trading artifacts for hooch. Ever dealt with any anomalies emerging without an emission?
I'm afraid I did.
All right, go ahead. I sure hope you ain't lying. And I don't regret trusting you.
That man that you were arguing with. Who is he?
Nobody. I thought you wanted to talk to Strider, so go talk to him.
Okay. Huh. Huh. Interesting stuff happening there, eh? Those guys that were there aren't there anymore. My passage back got broke. There seems to be internal conflict. And anyone who has read a book before has some red flags going on because they're like, hey, this seems like setup for something bad.
This is a bad omen, man. Real bad. Remember Richter?
Come on.
He was a stalker too. The guy freaked me out, man. The way he used to wail still gives me goosebumps.
It's called singing. Stop whining, okay? I feel bad enough as it is.
Yeah, it is a bad omen, isn't it, guys? Doesn't bode well. Oof. Now, in the first appearance of Strider, he also... Oh, right, yes, this is actually something I have to go to from the inside, isn't it? My bad. He also had some other people with him. One of them was the person that was just recently mentioned, Foma. I don't know. I haven't caught the other people from his group. And you know what I'm thinking as well? I'll have to review the cutscene here, but it may be that maybe they just rolled up his time if he got recruited into something like you know, duty or whatever. Yeah, I have a lot of shotgun rounds, and that's not a bad thing, but we'll reduce for now.
Hey, Stalker. Need to sell some gear or grab something new? You can forget about doing it here on the island. Trading's a no-go. You'll have to head over to Quiet. It's not too far from here.
Dubney told me about you. Come on in.
How are they doing? Could be worse.
I have to help my brothers. Can't you see that?
Yeah, you do. Oh, hey guys, are you just like standing here preparing to die? All right, well, we're gonna go this way. Okay. Great. And now we'll meet Strider.
Do you know what this thing is?
A scanner. We better turn it off.
Agreed. Let's do it. It's off. Good. Now we can talk. And this is...
If you activate it with anything other than an artifact, this is what happens.
Is it safe now?
Yeah. Unless whoever is responsible for this comes back to finish you off. That's what happened to me.
What else do I need to know?
My attackers had a PDA like this one. Looks like some of your men are involved in this.
This is indeed a piece of monolith technology. And I'll help you solve this puzzle. But first, you need to understand one thing. Noon is not monolith. We've rejected our past. We do not use our old gear. We never attack our brothers, nor do we attack stalkers.
Okay, so what does Noon want?
A future. A former monolith thrall is unlikely to survive on its own. He can't just become a stalker and accept their way of life. I tried. Until I realized I just couldn't live the way everyone else in the zone does. And that's why I brought my brothers here and formed Noon. We have our own road to walk, Loner.
I'm not sure I fully understand you. So what do you think Monolith actually was?
A human shield. A crime against humanity. Those who wandered too close to the secrets hidden at the center of the zone ended up brainwashed, stripped of their identity and will. This is how Monolith recruited its fighters. That control is gone now. But our memories never returned. I spent a long time trying to learn more. And then I decided it was time to move on.
I understand. So what do we do now?
The force that used to control us guarded its tools jealously. There used to be a database that tracked every monolithian PDA out there. Hopefully we can take advantage of what's left of it. Talk to Professor Lodechka. He'll know what to do. Report back to me once you're done. Right now, I need to help my men. I'll let my brothers know you're no longer a stranger on this island.
All right.
Not right now, damn it.
What are you gonna say, Foma?
Let me get a look at you, Strider. You could have gotten hit while you were pulling everybody else out.
Make sure they're going to be all right first.
Well, there we go. Our first introduction to Strider. Personally, anyways. And yeah, maybe they did roll up some of his time with Duty or Freedom. I don't know if they're going to confirm one over the other, but
It won't affect the functionality of your devices. That's beside the... If something like that happened to me, I'd want to have a proper burial, at least. There's always something negative with you. Then give me something positive for once. Oh, it's you. What can I do for you?
The explosion at the storage facility was caused by a scanner. Do you know anything about them?
I never heard of anything like that back at Malachite. And news about scientific breakthroughs rarely makes it to this neck of the woods. I wonder what kind of scientific wonder blew our facility to Kingdom Come. Unfortunately, all I can do now is run diagnostics. Field testing is out of the question.
What were you and Hor's arguing about? Need a hand?
You've already helped me once, so I guess I can trust you. Yeah, there's something you can do. A Noontider named Kvashka went up on the roof and turned on the antenna for some reason. He was blasted by Psi radiation and turned into a zombie. They just left him there. You should get up there and shut the antenna down. And put the guy out of his misery. I can't bear to see him like that every day.
The Noontiders don't seem too upset about the zombie.
They have a peculiar attitude about it. Maybe it's because they've all been reborn once already. But that thing on the roof... There's nothing of Kvashka left there. I hope my degrees are enough to convince you, at least.
One zombie and a switch, and no one in Noontide is willing to do anything about it?
They can't go there. The Psi radiation is weak, but given their past, it's too much for them to handle. They could end up just like Kvashka. Strider sealed off the area and forbade them from going up there. Like that's gonna solve anything. I'd do it myself. I've shot zombies before. But what would the Noontiders think of me after that?
I'll see what I can do about it.
When I detected the spike in Psi radiation, Strider had the main entrance to the roof blocked. But there's an old ladder on the outer wall. There's only one switch. You can't miss it. And please, help Kvashka. It's wrong to leave him like that out of some foolish hope.
Okay. Now, I agree with the professor here. Zombies they're like irradiated out at the brain. So they have some basic memories. They can operate their guns because they're not like, like infection zombies or undead zombies. They're sea zombies. They've been boiled by radiation and resorted to a lower level of function that is quite maligned and at times controlled by forces of the zone. Sea consciousness, monolith, controllers. These are all entities or factions that have the ability to potentially influence zombies, which is why S.T.A.L.K.E.R doing so is incredibly sketchy and should be considered a major red flag to anyone who has insight about the game. Now, I've done this once or twice before. I don't know what you're talking about. I just happen to really like S.T.A.L.K.E.R. So we're going up here.
This is Horace. I see you're going up on the roof. Did the professor send you? Leave Kvashka alone. Please. If you want to help, just turn the antenna off. We used to be kind of like zombies ourselves. What if he can be saved too? We'll find a way. Just give us time. You should never give up hope.
Yeah, so getting this guy to come back to normal. I don't know if in the game a zombie has ever been restored, because it's not a matter of, bringing him back to his senses. There's real physiological damage that has taken place. And I just don't know if that could be overcome without, some regenerative technology. But I guess, arguably, that does exist. But I'm not going to kill him. Not because I disagree, but because I'm playing a Spark character, someone who is seeking the Shining Zone. And I think there's an element of willful optimism that through the brutality, things can be better. That's kind of the mindset that I'm embracing to make the choices that I'm making in this playthrough. So I don't feel like that character would dash the hopes and dreams of this recovering group of people by killing that zombie against their wishes. Now, if I encounter one out in the field and it's trying to hurt me, it's a goner. But that's not our situation right now, so We'll try to be respectful of the wishes.
Oh, it's you. What can I do for you?
It's done. The antenna is off. I left Kvashka alone, though.
Well, thanks anyway. I won't ask you your reasons. Maybe the madness of this place is contagious. After all, I'm still here. Oh, it's you. What can I do for you?
Strider said there was a way to trace the source of commands being sent to a monolith PDA. He told me to talk to you.
The local fawn is not enough for you? So now you're off to chase ghosts, huh? No one's used those things for a very long time. Or crap. Strider's got enough problems as it is. Sure, it can be done, but you'll need an inductor, and they're not easy to come by. There could be one lying around somewhere at the WPS, though.
The WPS? What's that?
The Waste Processing Station. That's where Noon is storing toxic waste until I can figure out how to dispose of it on a large scale. Then they'll use stuff no one else wants to become entirely self-sufficient. They might even sell electricity to other groups. If that's not a utopia, what is? Strider's got his mind on the future, you know? I wish I could live long enough to see what he sees.
Any PDA can be traced that way?
Only the monolithian ones. They have their own comm system based on alternative waveguides. And by alternative, I mean anomalous. It's tech from the old Project X days. My knowledge of it is pretty superficial. And I only know as much as I do because Strider used to be interested in that stuff. But I do know how to use it. Hors and I even offered to adapt the station to our needs. But Strider wants nothing to do with anything monolith related.
I'll go get the inductor you mentioned.
Once you have it, take it to Hors. He's even better than me at this kind of thing. He'll figure it out. I don't know what he did in his past life, but the boy's got a remarkable knack for technology. He'll have to learn to take care of Noon's equipment on his own. All right, Loner, you know what to do. Good luck. Maybe I'll see you.
Well, there we go. I say let's go and do a little sell. And that's where we can end it. So we'll go to Quiet's shop. Quiet is a Noontider himself, as far as I can tell, who has split from the group. Oh. Oh, I'm so dumb. That's great. I've literally never done that before, but why would you believe me? All right. Do it again. Okay. So now we go over here. Up this way, and that's where we're going. Really not far at all things considered. Sometimes it's nice to just poke over here, because sometimes there's like fights that are gonna happen around here. And it's good to just poke. I've had to be a lot more vigilant since the most recent updates to S.T.A.L.K.E.R, if I'm being honest. I've had some crazy stuff happen. Oh, that looks like an emission is building. Am I wrong? Oh yeah, zombies. But they don't go down unless you get them in the head, buddy. So did you get them in the head or? Oh, wow. That's a really good, that's a really good sniper to get in decent condition this early in the game. Huh? All right, I'm just checking. Zombies usually come in packs, right? Yeah, that is uncanny. That is a good sniper. It is better than what we have.
I went to scavenge some artifacts nearby and got ambushed by snorks. Right after I gave you my last med kit, damn it. So then I stumbled across some stalkers, thought I'd ask for a bandage. What do? Point their guns at me and tell me to get lost.
All monolithians are murderers. Well, they weren't entirely wrong.
Do you remember it?
No, you don't, but neither do they. Just a campfire story. Those bastards weren't even around in the monolith days.
A lot of storytelling going on around us, which is always nice. Yeah, there's a part of me that's like, okay, this runs an ammo that's a little bit tough to get a lot of right now, but I might put it away. I might genuinely go, oh, did I like throw ammo down? Oh, well. Hi, Quiet.
It's simple. Honest work for a fair price. That's how I do things, and I think others should do the same. You know the saying, keep it simple and people will come to you. It looks like it's paying off. You're here, right? So, what can I help you with today? Feel free to pick whatever you like.
Yeah, we're just gonna offload some stuff. And we had gotten a new scanner just now too, which is pretty awesome. Oh yeah, that's a Cora 1911 that's in good shape. Well, we could buy one. I mean, I got tons of money. Does this fit on the Cora? It does. All right, we'll do it. Yeah. Sure. Because, yeah, it runs the same ammo. All right. Beautiful. All right. So now we are rocking the Cora 1911. And it is an amazing pistol in this game. I'm so impressed with how, like, hard it kicks. I've run all the pistols in this game because I'm a big pistol guy. I just think they're fun. I think they're cool. And, you know, there's like the big, there's a big revolver in this game called the Rhino, and it kicks. But if you want a more traditional pistol experience, there's a lot of really good ones, and the Cora has just won me over with its mix of, like, penetration power, speed, reload, and everything. Anyways. I can't take a seat here, but we'll end this episode at the campfire with some Noontiders and pick up going to the WPS next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.